I'm stuck this pizza.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Karen Maxwell with Real Impact Plano, and we are here for Plano Idea Exchange. I just call it pie. It's my pie call. So the premise of the Plano Idea Exchange is to bring investors together, or even people that have businesses that support real estate investors together, to share our resources, share our ideas, try to find solutions to problems, whether you present a problem and we bring a solution, or maybe we bring offer a solution to a problem that you may have that you don't even know about. So we have Gabi Lockhart. Gabi is with Real Impact Denton and Real Impact Wichita Falls. And then today we also have Brandon Florence and Johnny Clopton joining us from East Texas. They are with Reliable Renovation. They do all sorts of renovation work there, y'all do from concrete to finish out. Do y'all do tile?
Yes, ma'am. We do a lot of custom work, and we predominantly install a lot of showers and systems like that. We work with Schluter a lot, but we install RedGuard and pretty much all other shower systems, waterproofing systems in the industry.
Awesome. Okay, good deal. And you and I talked last week. Y'all don't do HVAC systems, but you actually have a guy that does. That's within your network and who you refer to.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a great. It's all about the network. You know, who do I know that can do this? Cheaper, faster, and easier.
lot more efficiently than me.
Exactly. Is it hot? Where's my fork? On the stove. Look at my enchiladas.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like I've been in meetings all day. I was in meetings with Gabi for an hour and a half or so this morning, and then we went into the mastermind getaway meeting. And then we go into this one. So we are very excited. We have so much going on. We have the Randy Hughes meeting coming up, starting, is it 2 weeks? He'll be here in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And so we have a lot to get ready for that. And then he'll be back on May 20th. We have our meeting this weekend. So this weekend we have our finding, analyzing, and funding deals full day workshop. Well, it's not full day, but it's most of the day workshop. And we are going to look over some deals that have been presented to us that are in the area. And then we're going to analyze those. We are going to work out the funding with Gabi's multiple lenders that she has. And everybody's needs are different. Like the same deal, the same exact deal, somebody may not qualify for because they don't have the experience or they don't have the money. So they have to hold. If they are going to buy and hold it, they've got to be able to get the funding lined up to be able to hold that property. And or if they're going to do a fix and flip. So we're going to go through different exit strategies, and every person, not only is every deal different, but every person's different based on the exit strategy and what their capability is. And then we are going to we're going to find it, analyze it, and then get the funding lined up for anyone that's interested. We could walk away with a contract in hand that day, work out a deal. So we're super excited about it. Then we're going to finish it up by going to the property and actually walking the property to verify that our estimate of repairs is, so we don't have any surprises. And so, Gabi, can you go ahead and check with Jeremy and see if he wants to do that on Saturday? Sponsor the luncheon portion of that. I talked to the cable guy; he's not going to be able to do it. So we would want him to go with us. I'm going to mute you, Brandon, because the wind is kind of loud, and whenever I get to you, I'll unmute you.
So sorry, dear.
That's okay.
Go ahead. For the lunch part?
Yeah. Does he want to
sponsor the lunch?
I'm sorry, not the lunch, the breakfast. I'm sorry. Backflip is doing the lunch.
We want to do the breakfast and then maybe go out with them later on and see if we can get some bids done.
Yeah. So what we're wanting to do is we wanting to supply the breakfast for the attendees and then go with us to the property and do the walkthrough, like point out anything that maybe we did, because he's going to help us with the estimate of repairs when we're analyzing it during that portion. and then go with us to the property to actually walk through it and say, okay, this is what, if you sent this to me with just pictures, this is what I would come up with. But now that we're in person, now we see, oh, what wasn't in the pictures or the description was that the foundation is jacked. And so we got to, prepare for that. Or
Okay, I'm going to give him a call. I have his card right there.
okay, perfect. Thank you. And we would love to have him be a part of that. And it'll be somewhere in, if that's his area. I mean, if it's not his area, if he wants to at least do it for that day, he might still get some other business from other investors that are there.
I have this Bassam. I don't know. I've never worked with him.
What's his name?
Bassam?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed. Yes. Don't tell them I didn't remember them. Yes. Those are the cards. Is that the card that Ruth Fagley gave us at the expo?
Possibly.
I believe that's who that is. They gave me I had their cards and I met them. They've been at the networking event there in the McKinney Business Mixer. So I've been networking with some of those guys. So yes.
Do you want to call? Because since you know them already? Okay.
Yeah. Call Reno.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So cool. So if you want to go to our meeting this weekend, it is where we're going to find, analyze, and get the funding lined up for deals and then go do a walkthrough. That's a $49 cost, very minimal. That's going to be there providing lunch, and we're working on someone to provide some breakfast, even if it's just coffee and donuts. I'm not going to stress out too much over it. Then let me get the link for that. I'm gonna unmute Brandon. Let him tell us more about what he's got going on. And are you ready for that, Brandon? Ready for me to unmute you? Okay. Okay, go ahead, Brandon. What you got going on there in East Texas?
So currently we're managing about 6 remodels. We're just finishing one up in Henderson. That's what we're doing right now. We're dropping off some of the materials for our investor that they bought a tub that wound up being busted, so we're returning it. But we just finished one now that we're working on. Got one in Marshall, one in Kilgore, one in Stephenville, and if I'm not mistaken, there's one more, one in Truth, that we're also managing.
What about the one for Shannon Roberts?
That's the one in Stephenville or the one in Athens?
Athens.
I have not got a confirmation, I don't believe, because we haven't sent a full contract yet, but we have sent a in-depth estimate.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
because
ma'am.
we're going to fund that thing on the 21st, whenever that is.
Okay. Very soon then.
Yeah, I think that's on Friday. Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So that'll be most likely that'll be another one. As long as Miss Shannon is going to go with us on that, and then we have another couple that are kind of if maybe lined out. Just kind of depends. We're a little more expensive than some of the other contractors on the estimates, so it really just depends if they're wanting to go with a little bit more scope of work that we're going with, because ours is a little bit more encompassing. It's got a little bit extra stuff in there, but we're pretty booked, but that's pretty much everybody that does decent work right now.
I want to talk about that for a second.
Yes, ma'am.
Quality.
Yes, ma'am.
So, all investors want an investor friendly everything. They want the investor friendly prices. They want
absolutely.
So I lined that out when we had the expo. I went into a little more detail and said, people are always out there asking for an investor-friendly title company, realtor, whatever. For me, investor-friendly doesn't mean the cheapest, because
not always.
We have gotten burned going with the cheapest, going with some guy off the street that doesn't know what he's doing, having him do something, and then us had to pay somebody else to go fix his work. And just the quality of product put out is not, it's not great, Wait, what is it, Gabi? What does it say?
I can fix
it. I can fix it.
That's too cool.
But there is and I applaud you for that, for you guys to say, you know what, in order for us to make a profit, I want you to remember these words. This is how I make my living.
That's it.
So you don't want to discount your living to help somebody else. I mean, yes, if there's some wiggle room, sure, you can work something out on it, but you've got to make the money. I saw y'all's dump, your dump. What is that?
Yes, ma'am. Our dump trailer.
Dump trailer. I saw your dump trailer yesterday. I was like, oh my God, look at you guys expanding. Like that is a whole other
amazing.
Yes, ma'am.
Something that
we spend a lot of money. Like it to a lot of people that see us on the outside looking in, a lot of people think that's like we're trying to boast or brag or something like that. I swear it's nothing like that. It's genuine, just advertisement trying to earn us more business. But literally the only reason we purchased that is we spend over $1,000 a month easy in disposal. And we've got guys with trucks. All of our guys, I pay our guys extremely well. There's a reason we get good quality because it costs. But as far as goes, it was one of those decisions that made so much more sense for us to just go ahead and invest and just go ahead and do it and get it. And now we'll have something for a long time. And we super support everybody in business out here and everything like that. We've got a lot of friends in business and stuff, but it's just one of those things. Like we're going to try and keep a little bit more of the money in house and try and hire a couple guys to just literally drive around and just pick up the demoed materials.
You know, that's so important. Let me just say that when you have quality people and quality work and you can send somebody out and you know exactly they're going to complete a job as you would have done it.
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
priceless. Because if you have to, if you have to go back out and redo it, it's a lot more expensive.
And we can't run a business that way.
No, you can't. And the thing is, if an investor does not work right and he doesn't allow us to job, it's like a slumlord. I'm sorry, I'm bringing it up the word. I mean, yes, it's, and if
no,
you don't, there's some houses you're not going to put 100% fixtures. I mean, you're not going to put a granite countertop in a $50,000 house. This is common sense. You have to do common sense repair.
I do it all the time, though. We try to like yourselves, y'all, because y'all have way more experience in that department and stuff like that, especially making the money back and that kind of stuff, knowing that kind of stuff. We just do a lot of the work. So we're still trying to learn all the, what makes good investor sense on that stuff. But that is something I have really expressed over the last, about half a year to a year, is you can spend whatever you would like on making something look exactly like you want, but odds are someone's going to come in and they're not going to like that color of granite. Someone's going to want a different backsplash, all these different things. So really the biggest thing to us is always making sure, like you said, the bones are good. We want to make sure that house is as level as possible. The trusses in the roof are solid as all get out. A lot of these older homes, they were built well, but they weren't built up to code, obviously, because there wasn't code till much, much later. And so there's 1x4s that are holding roofs up and stuff like that, and trusses and all kinds of stuff. And it's never had any problems for 70, 80, 90 years. But it's one of those things, like the time that it does is the time they wish that they would have had the extra bracing and framing and brought it up to code with hurricane ties and things of that nature.
Right. And that's the importance that Karen and I were going to teach on Saturday, actually, that you're really going to put your money where it needs to go. I mean, if you try to save a buck, I mean, you're saving it on a wrong spot. Because if you're going to try to sell that house and the house has a roofing problem that you just try to patch up so that nobody would find it, it's going to backbite you, because as soon as you sell, I mean, I'm not a realtor. I just talk out of here stay and me say whatever,
right?
But I do know of incidents that people can come back after you sold the house and said you signed a new seller disclosures that there was no problem, and there's a problem.
And there's a problem, yeah.
And then you're liable as the seller.
Yeah, 3 times the value of the house. Not a realtor, not a lawyer.
Yeah. We had a seller, we had a buyer come back one time and try to sue us for the sewer line collapsed, the clay sewer line.
Yeah.
And we were like, there was no issue when we sold the property. Like we even had the city inspected it because we had done plumbing work and we had to have the city inspect it. And we even told them that. But to save face, to save a bad reputation, to
Yes,
smooth it over, we went ahead and paid the $1,800. Back then, you could replace the plumbing to the street for $1,800, and we did it. But we didn't like it, and we were mad because they tried to say, "Oh, y'all knew that it was collapsed." No, we didn't. We'd had that issue with our own house. We knew the signs, but we had never lived there, and we had never run a lot of. It was a remodel. You don't run a lot of water through a house when you're doing a remodel.
Right.
You install all that, but there was no way for us to know after you lived there for a month that there was an issue with the plumbing line, the sewer line. So yeah, I've been there, done that. But anyway, yeah, I was looking at some, running comps on some properties and stuff, and trying to educate people that look, like, you can't have, when you're running your comps, you've got to compare apples to apples.
Yes.
As close as possible. But then when you get that comp, you have to say, what is it going to take for my property to look like this? What finishes did they have? Do all the doorknobs match? Do all the ceiling fans? Do they have ceiling fans? Do they have
So true.
Do they
So
have
true.
an accent wall? What you've got to, in order to get that as close to that same price, you may even be able to get more, but you can't go in and skimp and say, okay, well, I don't need to put in new windows because these windows are fine. Okay, maybe they are. I'm not suggesting that you put in new windows if it doesn't need it, but if your comp has brand new whatever fancy windows, then you're going to have to hang on. The water pressure, good pressure.
Left, right there, John.
Remember, the buyer was saying that the water well didn't have good pressure. His house didn't have good pressure, so he's worried about the water well. The guy just went out and checked it, and he said it's fine.
I'll tell you what, grab one. Yeah.
But anyway, you have to, when you're working on your scope of work, you need to be doing it that way. You can't say, oh, I'm not going to replace the windows, or maybe the windows isn't a tiled out shower. You can't say, oh, this shower's fine, but the one in your comps has a tiled out with the rainfall shower head. By the way, rainfall shower heads are not all they're cracked up to be. I understand that they're beautiful, but if they don't have water pressure,
they're nothing.
They suck.
They're a nightmare.
I can't even take. I told my cousin, I'm like, I'm gonna go shower at my house, not at your house, because your shower sucks. And then I was looking at a house of the day, and the rainfall shower head, I could have fit under it, but how many people do you know that are my height?
Me.
Trying to shower under a
Johnny
rainfall
said him,
head?
but Johnny doesn't know.
Johnny is my height. You're not my height, Brandon. But can you imagine trying to fit into a shower that barely fits over me? I mean,
I'll have to send you guys some pictures. You guys will get a trip of some. I mean, y'all have seen tons of stuff, probably more than us, but we have one that we're taking care of in Tyler right now that had 4 sprayer heads coming from the ceiling. And it was an inset shower like the 1950s where they have the soffit box that comes down. So, I mean, here's the shower heads like right here. I mean, we obviously rerouted the plumbing, obviously.
Oh my gosh.
It's just one of those things. It's like whenever they built that, I know they thought they were doing something really good, and probably at the time it made a lot of sense.
To the person that was doing it, I run into that often.
Yes.
Like, why did you do this? Oh, I thought it'd be really cool. No, it's not cool. That's stupid.
Like we were talking about the.
Don't let men design a bathroom or a kitchen.
No,
I'm telling you, don't.
No, I tell all of our people that we do business with, though we do a lot of custom work, and I have a good eye for like custom stuff like that. I am no designer, and asking me to design is like asking me what purse looks good. I am just not skilled in that market.
Whatever you like, hon. Whatever you like.
That's it. Whatever looks good to you, ma'am, looks great to us.
Yeah, because then when it gets in the wall, it doesn't.
The thing is, we've had a lot of times where the looks are such a matter of opinion, and I've been in plenty of homes where we did a beautiful shower and it was gorgeous, but I I wouldn't have personally put it in my home. And people will ask you, you know, what do you think about it? And it's like, well, I mean, as your contractor, it really doesn't matter what I think, to be honest, because whatever you like, I mean, or whatever the client that we're trying to get our end result buyer, you know, whatever they're going to like is most important.
Right. Okay, well, great. I appreciate you giving us all that insight. It kind of all goes in together. You know, making sure that we are comparing apples to apples. And if you're going to go buy more apples, go buy the same kind of apples.
Yes, ma'am.
You can't compare it to a Pink Lady apple and then go buy a Washington Red. Not the same apple. So, Miss Gabby, what do you got going on?
What I'm going on, well, we're gonna have the workshop on Saturday, so
Yep.
I'm working with my investors to give me some good ideas on what to promote for them.
Uh-huh.
So doing that part, I have some. Yeah, I need to follow up with one more person on that one.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing, and then I have one loan right now in underwriting, which I'm excited about. A little bit nervous, but it's gonna be okay.
That's funny that you get nervous for other people's loans.
So I mean, the thing is, I did not start that loan. That's maybe why I'm a little bit more nervous. So basically, if you do a loan and you pre-qualify those people and they stay in your bubble that you come in there, that's okay. But if you inherit a loan that you have to rescue,
I think that's comparable to everything. You know.
Yeah. Then you go like, and then especially, I'm a little bit, but I'm confident that we're gonna get this through without
Good
any
deal.
issues. And I think it's gonna be fine. And then I'm really excited about Saturday. I'm really excited, and then Sunday I'm gonna be back actually in the Metroplex to do the open house with Linda Jean. I'm really excited on that
Talk
one.
about that house in Grand Prairie.
I don't really know a lot about it, but I have looked at the listing, and the listing is just so. I mean, I looked at the pictures, and the tile work is just like amazing. The whole house is amazing. You need to look at the listing. I mean, it's just it's incredible. I'm really looking forward to seeing that house. Actually, I'm trying to get my son to go with me just to experience something different. And it's just I'm excited, and my goal is to get a contract on this house on Sunday. So we're gonna walk away with contracts and a loan offer. So that's exciting for me.
Right. I was going to try to pull it up so I can tell a little bit about it. We'll give Linda Jean a shout out. Linda Jean is Roger Pascal's wife, and she is having an open house. Roger Pascal is Real Impact's CEO, and he also has Real Impact Lindale.
No, she's the first lady. She's the first lady in that moment.
Linda Jean is the first lady.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'm absolutely agree. I'm just looking for that. I thought I shared that this morning.
Yeah, you shared it on Facebook.
Where did it go to?
I saw it on Facebook.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me open this up, and I'll go to a share screen. Whoa. Okay, where are y'all at? Brandon, I didn't cut you off, did I? I don't think I took him off. I was jacking with something, trying to change. Okay, let's see. Present, share screen, Facebook, share. Okay, so this is it's 2507. Can you see this, Gabby?
Yes, I can.
Okay. 2507 Croft Creek Circle in Grand Prairie. It's listed for 840. I was going to say 8.4 million. 840,000.
And it's absolutely worth it. I mean,
oh my gosh, look at this right here. This is my jam right here. I love this. This outdoor fireplace. And let's see about that beautiful kitchen. Okay, 840,000. There's Miss Linda Jean. Oh, she's so cute.
Yes.
And so if you scan that, I wish I could. See, I can't scan that on my. If you're
That's
on your
just
phone, you can't
that's
scan it
just to
with
get
your
a
phone.
qualification done.
Oh, that's just to get the pre-qualification done on your Blazing Star Capital?
No, that goes to American Mortgage Company.
Oh, because it's for okay, that's right. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let me get back to y'all. I don't know where y'all are at. Okay, stop the share screen.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
there we go.
exciting. I'm excited doing that with Linda Jean.
Uh-huh.
It's the first lady, so I'm excited on that one. So that's one thing that's going on. I'm making phone calls to some investors, and I'm also inviting people to go to Cancun with us.
Oh yeah, you want to talk about Cancun? Well, let's talk about Randy Hughes first. So Randy Hughes coming May the 20th. I just posted the link for Gabi. If you need to register for a home mortgage, you can go to GabiLockhart.com. And so I put it on there. Well, it says the zip forms, but that's the same link. You can go to GabiLockhart.com and apply for a loan with her. Okay, so let's talk about Randy Hughes. We have Randy Hughes coming May 20th for a full day boot camp on how to create a land trust for your properties to protect your assets. He's going to be telling us why and when you should use a land trust at our pre-sale meetings, which is the first week of May. So he's going to be going to each real impact location. Well, not each of them, but several real impact locations to tell you why and when you want to use a land trust. He'll talk for about an hour and a half. Gabi, do you remember what days he's going to be in Wichita Falls and Denton?
Well, he's going to be on May 1st. He's going to be in Denton. The second, he's going to be in Eric's meeting in Cranberry. The third, he's going to be in Wichita Falls. And on the 4th, he's going to be HEB.
Okay. So let me get those locations. So, and times. So on May the 1st, he's going to be at the Denton location, Real Impact Denton, and y'all meet at the Spring Hill Suites in Denton.
Right.
And it's at 6:00 p.m. Then on the 2nd, he's going to be at the Real Impact Grand Prairie location, and they meet at the main event in Grand Prairie at 6:30 p.m. Then on the 3rd, he's going to be at Real Impact Wichita Falls, and y'all meet at the Wichita Falls Country Club, and your meeting is going to be at?
I think it's 6:00.
6 p.m. And then on the 4th, he's going to be at Real Impact HEB, and they meet at the Home 2 Suites in Hurst, Texas. And their meeting starts at 6:30 p.m. Then Friday night, we're gonna go to dinner at the Blazing Buffet in Addison, Texas, or Dallas. I guess it's North Dallas. Let me look that up real quick to make sure. Blazing Buffet. Well, I'm sorry, not the Blazing, Flaming Buffet. It's Blazing Star Capital. Oh, there's 2 locations too. Flaming Buffet is in Dallas, North Dallas. So I'll have to get that address. Then we're going to have dinner about 7 p.m., I believe, on Friday night. Then on Saturday morning, May the 6th, Randy's going to be at my location, which is Real Impact Plano, and we meet at the Quest Trust office there in Dallas on Montfort. And our meeting starts at 9:30 a.m. Then he's going to drive over to Longview, Texas, and meet with Doug and Renee Toon and Roger at the Real Impact Longview, Tyler, and Lindale locations. Will have a combo meeting, and their meeting will be at 3 p.m. on Saturday afternoon. So it's a special, anytime we have a special event and have a special speaker come in, we call it doing the circuit. They go to all the different properties. I mean, all the different Real Impact locations, or as many as they can fit into their schedule that we can coordinate. And Impact Oklahoma City will be joining me on May the 6th at 9:30 a.m. via
Zoom meeting
or StreamYard, whichever we decide to do. Then he'll be here telling us when and why you want to use a land trust to protect your business, your assets. And then he'll come back on May 20th for a full day training on how to set up that land trust step by step. Let me grab my sheet. So, this isn't it. It's this way. So he gives you this workbook, which is actually a land trust with all the different options. And so he literally goes through and explains to you what the difference is in an irrevocable and revocable trust and when you want to use each. And then you make the decision. How do I want it to be revocable or irrevocable? Then he even has tips on naming your trust. I mean, the man is just a wealth of information when it comes to land trust and protecting your assets, avoiding probate. It's bad enough if when we pass on, and our children have to deal with all that. But he makes, like, when you die without a will, or even sometimes with a will, if you're dealing with probate, all this different stuff, like this land trust can just transfers to the beneficiary who was intended. So you can set it up beforehand, and your kids can be like, oh, okay, I own half this property, and here's my I'm the trust owner. So that's pretty cool. Excited about that. Gabi, let's talk about the getaway, Mastermind Getaway 2023. I was looking back at our pictures from last year on the site. I saw that they added those from 2022, so that was pretty cool.
Yes.
We're going to Dreams Riviera Resort and Spa. It's all inclusive. We're talking ice cream. We're talking room service.
Yes.
They have Italian, Mexican, Japanese, French, and then the buffet. And they may have another one.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I mean, I'm following them already on Facebook.
Yeah.
Because I want to see everything. And then the spa is top notch. Of course, I did the spa last year. When you get there, you're gonna have to book it right away. So
yes,
know what the best thing is? I'm gonna be there a day earlier so I can book mine ahead of time.
There you go. That's right. That's right. It's funny when you say 5 days, 4 nights. Let me finish that. 5 days, 4 nights, all inclusive. You get your room. You get to hang out with us. We're gonna have, I think we have 14 speakers. I've got to go back and count that, but it's like 14 hours of interaction and training with experts, and they're different in their different fields, or whatever their topic is. We're gonna talk about everything, and I'm really hoping to get someone to talk about sober living homes and assisted living. I can't announce that because I haven't twisted an arm yet, but I'm gonna put that bug in the ear and hopefully get them to come talk about that, because that's something we don't hear about often. And assisted living facilities is one thing, but private homes is different. And then sober living is something that's really gone through my mind a lot lately. Like I really feel like, especially women that are trying to put their families back together, they need that place for security and to feel part of something again. It's just, addiction is so hard. It's just of any kind, even when you're addicted to shopping like I am. But then let's see, we've been working on all the different stuff that we're going to have going on. We're going to do it a little different this year. Last year, it was just basically all of us in a room talking about, what we all had going on, and answering questions, just kind of any questions. And we still didn't get all the questions answered. I mean, we didn't get to ask all the questions that we had. So we're going to do it a little different this year. But I'm talking, Gabi, other than during your spa treatment, was there a period of time where you were not talking about real estate?
No.
Like literally, like we talked about it at breakfast, lunch, dinner, excursions. Well, we probably didn't talk a lot about it on the excursion. On the way there on the boat, on the yacht, we did, but not when we got to Isla Harris. I think that's probably one time we didn't. We were looking for the souvenir shops, and we actually got a massage on the beach. Now, Gabi, if you get a chance to do that, that's better. I
That's
know
even
that I know the spa is amazing, but if you get a chance to go to Isla Mujeres, go get a massage on the beach. They have
okay.
these tents set up, and it's got like the really pretty gauze, like beautiful. Oh my god, it's so relaxing. You can hear the ocean. And
Okay.
I took a
So,
nap.
so
I,
basically, I'm gonna do two. That's good. I got it booked. Okay.
yeah, yeah, and
Mhm.
it's like I think we
Sorry,
paid.
Karen, I'm just gonna be all over that part.
I think we did 50-minute massages. Well, yeah, they're 60-minute massages, but they actually only last 50 minutes.
Yeah, something like that.
For I think it was like $90 total,
That's not
like
bad. You
$45
pay you
per
$90.
person. Here in the States, it's a dollar a minute. So if you get a 90-minute massage, it's $90. But that
Yeah,
was every time we go to Isla Harris, we go get a massage on the beach, and it's always fantastic.
good. We're gonna book that one.
But don't eat the food there. Don't go eat at the restaurants there, y'all. You can't do that.
I
Um,
know.
it makes you sick. You can't go eat their food. Um, I think we had fajitas, I think. Or maybe it's don't drink the water. I can't remember. But one of the girls that went with us got sick at Isla Harris, and she was out for the dinner. She was out for dinner. She couldn't participate in the cocktail party.
Yeah. Well, but
Uh,
the thing is, you're gonna be able to talk to all of us. You're
yeah,
gonna be there, hands on. And if you want to have another breakout session because something was not clear or something was different, or you wanted to go more into details, but you didn't want other people to know about your details, then you basically can say, "Hey, can I get you a drink tonight? Which one do
yeah.
you want?" And
I'll buy
and
all the drinks. Drinks will be on me.
second
But
one's
yeah,
on you.
you know,
And then
and it's
you
your
know,
responsibility, right? It's your responsibility to say, "Hey, Karen, where are you going to be? I want to hang out with you. I want to learn more about
this,
whatever
yeah,
it is."
automation or computer. So it's just, I think it's really important that you take the time and really um, make it personal and get to know each other. I mean, now since we're doing all those Zoom meetings and stuff, people come to me and go like, "I know you." We're like, "Great,
Yep.
who are
Yep.
you?"
Yeah. Y'all remember, if you're watching this on a replay and you're not here today, and you're just watching this on a replay, um, we can't see you. And I don't know if you're there. So if you're watching this, why don't you put a comment. I guess the live chat still works. The chat still works after the fact. You can add a comment. But when you run into us in person, remember, we don't know who's watching. And so you feel like you know us, but we don't know you because you're on the other side of the computer screen. I mean, the other end, just watching. You're not here. And anybody's invited to join us on any Wednesday that they want to talk about real estate investing. And I guess we're going to
Like,
take the deal. We got an offer, and we're going to sign the contract. We're going to be done with this, and I'll be able to celebrate closing day, and then I'll be ready to get a property here in the Metroplex. So I'm excited about that.
that is fantastic. I mean, I'm so excited, when I can give somebody a key to the house,
Yes.
if it's an investment deal or if it's a personal deal. Actually, I have a friend of mine who is purchasing a house right now. I cannot say who it is, whatever it is,
Sure.
but I know she has a child. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him a certificate, or her, and basically approve that child for the home that they're going to buy. So that's what I'm going to create, and then I'm going to have this kid sign it at the closing table too. Or
Oh, that's so sweet.
just because I'm thinking, sometimes we forget the children. We do,
Mm-hmm.
and they need to know what it means to be a homeowner. So we're gonna make them a homeowner certificate. I'm gonna make them a homeowner certificate.
Oh, that's so sweet, Gabby. That's a great
Because
idea.
I think if they know what it means, they may. But I don't know if the parents are going to be all appreciative of him, because I'm going to tell them, you can't paint your room as the color that you want to, and you can put as many nails in, but talk to your parents about it first. you know, but I mean, that's one of the most important things. A lot of people, that are renting, they run into the situation they cannot have the dog that they want.
Yeah.
They cannot have another one, which they really would like to have, because the other one really needs another partner in
Yeah.
the dog. They want to hang up some pictures, but the landlord said no, or they want to get the flat screen TV hung up on the.
We
Yeah,
use those command strips to
yeah,
hang pictures.
yeah,
And
but
that one fell. That's why it's sitting on top of the headboard, because it fell. That one didn't fall, and that's the heavy one. But that one fell. So I don't know what we did wrong. I don't know.
well, but the thing is also, those command strips, they can cost you dearly too afterwards if they are making a damage because of the paint that the
Oh,
owner
yeah.
used.
These
You know,
are I think these are fine, but I know, and they're not cheap. They're not cheap like nails. Those things I paid like $10 per pack, and that was not. You had to use 2 per picture. Some of them we had to use 4 because the
yeah.
pictures were heavier. It got pretty crazy. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
that one's going up with 2, and it's
And
heavy.
the other thing is, if you want a different curtains, or if you want mini blinds, or you want that and this and whatever, or you go like, I really could use an outlet over here for
Yep.
my electricity. But you know what? If it's your house, you can make those adjustments. If it's not your house,
Yeah, I'll often say, "Aren't you in a rental? Why would you do that? You can't just add an electrical box. Like that's takes an electrician. Like that's a violation, and it's for your safety. Like, do you know what you're doing? Um,
or if you don't like the kitchen color or the kitchen cabinet colors, which has happened before, you cannot just change it.
yeah, you can't just go in and paint your kitchen cabinets.
Well, some people do. Some people
I
do, but
don't even recommend that. That is a tough job in itself. Just remembering what cabinet door came off what cabinet. You will have a mess. Oh my geez. It's
not
crazy.
just that, but also if you don't do it right,
Yeah.
that paint comes off after a while.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So just
I'm too OCD for that. I had that happen in one of my houses in Virginia. Oh my gosh, I stripped the whole kitchen down, and then that thing was costing us more money than if I would have just replaced the cabinets.
yep. We had our kitchen redone one time, and the guys lost 2 of my little small drawer fronts. And I'm like, how did you lose them? Like, how did you just lose them? And so we had to go out and find them. They had to go back and repaint them to finish it. I'm like, those are vital. It's part of my kitchen.
Yeah.
So
So that's the thing, is if you own your own home, you can do whatever you want to, almost. But pretty much.
speaking of
Yes.
hardware, I got a funny story about hardware. Hardware is expensive. I mean, you don't think much about it, but when you're doing 27 cabinets, or let's see, we have 15 cabinets and 14 drawers or something, or 7 drawers or something like that. But that's a lot of pieces of hardware. You got to buy knobs for this or the drawer pulls, whatever, and then door pulls for the cabinets. Then you start adding all that up. But then when you go
Right.
to installing it, you need to have someone with OCD to make sure that they are even, symmetric all the way around. But what we had happen was 2 drawers in the corner, and we had the hardware came out about the big handles that came out farther. Well, then you couldn't open the drawers at the same time. So one of them you couldn't even open the drawer; it hit the edge of it. So what I did was I took one of them off, and I said, "We'll just worry about that later." And I put it in a basket under the cabinet. But another house that we did, when I went to do the walkthrough, I was like, "Oh my God, like how did we not catch this?" The drawer beside the stove couldn't be opened because the stove was right there.
Mm-hmm.
But when we were designing the kitchen, the guy that designed the kitchen should have caught that and just moved it in just a little bit. I mean, it was a custom kitchen, for God's sake.
Yeah.
And so you could have just had it back. Just anyway, That was a pain, but that was when because used to hardware was like pretty flat, and it was just enough for your fingers to get through. But those big ones, they have, some of them 2 inches. They come out 2 inches, and big enough to fit your whole hand behind, and that causes issues with opening, closing the opposing drawers. So
Yeah, my son has one of those in his kitchen. So in
I
order
mean, they're
to,
pretty. The stainless steel, straight, sleek, so modern. But
yeah,
okay,
but
dear. Well, if you want to go sign up for the getaway, you can go to mastermindgetaway.com to join us it's September the 20th to the 24th. 2
mhm.
adults and 2 children under the age of 2 can go. And it's $5,000. You're going to get all this time with us, 5 days with real estate investors. Dobby, make sure you talk to Aiden about coming as a speaker.
Yeah,
I'd
it's
really
on my
like to
list.
have CPA.
It's on my list.
Okay, especially the fact that all those real estate investors want to know how to write that vacation off, because there's not one iota of this mastermind getaway that we're not going to be discussing real estate.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I was saying earlier, whether we're out by the pool, whether we're at the beach, whether we're at the bar, whether we're in the lobby, it doesn't matter where we are. The entire time we're there, we're discussing real estate. We might not be discussing deals per se, but we're usually solving problems, just
Mhm.
like what we did here. This is a problem I came up with. This is how I solved it. This is what I've got going on. Or sometimes I've just been listening to other people talk, and I'm like, oh my God, I've been trying to figure out the solution for that for a while. Thank you so much for that idea. I had never thought about doing it that way. And it's just, when we left last year, I was like, do you feel like you got your money's worth? And everybody said, absolutely, 100%. I need to get some of those to give us a video testimonial about what kind of benefit they got. What is the saying? If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So come get around other people. There are people that are at so many different levels. Come get around people doing what you want to be doing. If you want to be a successful real estate investor, come talk to us. This is how you get some one-on-one time with us. Like Gabi said, ask us to join you for dinner.
Yeah.
It's free. I mean, it's not free. It's not free. It's included. It's all inclusive.
Included. And the thing is also, if you have like a spouse who does not really want to go, or is not interested
in the meetings,
in real estate, not just in media, but in real estate itself, bring them around us.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, there were times that I really kind of backed out of the investor side completely because it was too overwhelming for me personally. But I got into this business with the mortgages to help actually investors.
Yep.
But then it was like, I don't know if I want to deal with it anymore.
Yep.
But then I got around it again, and especially with the impact people, Karen especially, and they pulled me back into it. And now I even speak to you right now, honestly, because I mean, a year ago you would have been like, nope.
Well, and the thing is, Gabi, is with your real estate investing business, you're not the one out looking for deals. That's Tim's job. But you're the one that you're dealing with a lot. You're still dealing with you may not be going out and finding the deals. I mean, I'm sure if you found one, he would be happy to look at it. But primarily, you're the one that's doing the financing part of it. You're doing the talking with the Airbnb people. The short-term rental people, like dealing with that, checking on that, making sure the property gets cleaned, making sure it gets finished up. I think you've hung some pictures before, like those. You're involved in this. Do what?
I ripped them off the wall because they were not.
They were not up to your standards.
Yeah, I'm a little bit OCD. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, yes. Like I told someone last year that was saying that they needed to take their girlfriend on vacation or fiance on vacation before he went on a getaway. And I said, bring her. This is the perfect opportunity to bring her and get her involved in what you do and get her around the people that you're around. and she loves us now. So we're not scary people. And sometimes people are just like, real estate's not my thing. Well, come anyway.
Yeah.
Come anyway, because guess what? All the women, all the ladies, not well,
Not all, but some of them.
most of the ones that were not there, the most of the people that were there that were a couple, the male was the predominant one in the relationship, unless it was both of them in the business, unless it was both of them. But most of the women that were not, most of the people that were not part of the real estate investing were women. And those women got together, hung out by the pool, went to the beach, went on an excursion, because while we're in our meetings, they can go on excursions. And none of our meetings are required. They are. It's recommended. Like, hey, we're meeting for breakfast in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock. We're going to be in the buffet. Come down and join us. Go sit down with us. We sit at big tables. Sit down and just enjoy the conversation and learn and listen and contribute. It's a mastermind. It is a 5-day mastermind. So we are excited about that. Let me grab that link, mastermindgetaway.com. You can look at our pictures from last year. I've been looking kind of over everything they've got on the site. I know it's not 100% correct yet. I'm not correct, but up to date. I don't think we have, let's see, our agenda's on here. Is it on there? Oh, they actually do already have the agenda on the website. So that's awesome. It's not accurate because we have some changes, but...
Yeah. And the thing is, you don't have to be concerned that we would overwhelm them either, because we can back off really easy.
Yeah.
You just, if you think we are too, if you want them to get more from us or more information from us, we will, but we will just surround them and love on them, care about them, and tell them how we value them, how they support you. And that's
exactly.
And Dennis is gonna be there, and you can just hang out with Dennis. And he loves to talk to people. He loves to be around people. That just drives him top notch. He's just so excited to see people, and just if they have a question for him, he's like, yes, let's go and get it answered.
Yeah.
And it's just exciting. The same thing, with anybody. You just really can talk to us. And if you don't want to talk about real estate, you just say, I don't want to talk about real estate today, right now.
Exactly. Yep.
Give us a topic, because if you don't give us a topic, it's going to be real estate.
That's right. That's right. I wanted to also mention that children can go on the trip as well. If they're 12, if they're over the age of 12. Sorry, the ages get me confused every time. I got to remember to keep this right. I believe, don't quote me, but I believe if they are 13 and up, it's 13 and up, they're considered an adult.
Mm-hmm.
So plain and simple, the rooms are 2 adults and 2 children, 2 and under. But if you have additional children that are 12 and under, then they get to go for an extra it's $500 for 2 kids. I guess $250 for one. I don't know how that works, but that is a possibility as well. If you need to bring extra children, or if you're not extra children, if you want to bring your children,
bring something for them.
Yeah, because it's all inclusive. That all their sodas, all their everything is covered. Alcohol, food, room service. You do have to pay additional for the spa services, but they have yoga classes in the morning on the beach. Like, I didn't never get to do that last year. I was always going out to a meeting, and so I never got it to fit into my schedule. And then on Friday, so we go down on Wednesday and we leave on Sunday. So Wednesday we arrive. Tuesday we have meetings from around 9 to 2, somewhere around there. 9 to 4, sorry. And then, let me look at the agenda. The agenda starting at 9 and going, they got us going from 9 to 5 on the first day. And then on Friday is our, what we call the free day. We encourage everyone to book excursions to go do something. as a group. Last year we did a yacht trip and it was amazing. I went parasailing one time. I mean, if you've never done it before, you've got to do it at least once. I went twice and take it or leave it. And then the Saturday, our meetings are from 9 to 1. And then we have our farewell dinner. I try to have it's not a cocktail party because it is a cocktail party. We just all get together in the lobby bar, at the lobby bar. That's it. It's nothing. And I like to dress up. So I bribe you to come to my cocktail party so I can wear my pretty dress.
That is fine. Yeah.
And then we're going to try to do karaoke. Last year we did the cocktail party, then the karaoke right after. So that worked out well. And, but you never know. We try to do as much that we can promote, people to get together as we can. Because the ultimate goal is to get you there to relax, but also to grow. So,
yes.
Okay. I put the link. So, okay, there you go. All right. Well, that's all I have for today. Gabi, you got anything else?
No, I think we have the Saturday meeting, so we hope we're gonna see you on Saturday.
That's right.
And then we're gonna have the next one on May 1st.
Yep. And mine's May 6th. So we got Randy Hughes and then a lot of stuff in between, but then the getaway. Oh, and we did learn today that the getaway, you need to be signed up by July the 20th because that's our cutoff date. We have to cut it off. When people sign up late, it causes a lot of issues with our T-shirts, our bags, everything that we're ordering, the name tags, and it causes extra work. So this year we decided July the 20th is the cutoff. We want it. Oh, and I don't even know if I mentioned this before. On the getaway, you can break the payment up into 3 payments. So if you want to sign up, there's actually the option to break it into 3 payments.
And if you go to one of our meetings, you can sign
get a discount.
Free. You can win a free ticket to go to Cancun.
Free trip. So we're going to be giving away 1 free trip on July 30th. And the more local meetings that you attend in person to get signed up, then the better chances that you have at.
And if you bought your ticket already, you get reimbursed. Correct? And just upgrade.
I'm sorry, say one more time.
If you had to buy your ticket ahead of time, and if you're a winner of the ticket, then you're gonna get your money back.
Oh yes, if you've already paid for your room and then you win the giveaway, then we're gonna reimburse you for your room.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So yes, we're gonna have a lot of fun. We're gonna make it fun, and it's gonna be awesome.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to it. Okay, dear. We will talk to you later. See you next week. I'll see you on Saturday. But for the Plano ID Exchange, every Wednesday noon, right here. It goes live on YouTube, so we'll see you next week. But Gabi, I'll see you this weekend for the workshop.
Yeah, and I'm gonna call you back later after I get a hold of my to-do list.
All right, sounds good, dear. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.